Okay. Let's see here. How we like. How we look. Okay, looks like we're live. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. Greetings, Varlets. I am Interrogator Rosario Rivas, attaché to Milady Inquisitor Markham of the Order Mechanicus, and welcome to the Joy of Painting Miniatures. I'm coming at you live from the grim, dark future. Currently broadcasting from the high world of Virago. The theme music of the stream for today is Chords Lament and Hope by the venerable liturgist Adam Bell. All other music is provided to us by filmmusic.io. There is also some Mechanicus and Darktide tracks on here by Guillaume David and Jesper Kyd, respectively. Today, we're continuing to paint the Guardian of All Metals, or as I like to call him, the Avatar of the Omnissiah. This miniature was provided to me by Missing Productions and created by Mini Monster Mayhem. You can find this and other amazing miniatures at missinglinkproductions.net. Hey Visa, how's it going? Going good? Have a good week? I'm doing pretty good. Can't really complain. I'm pretty much done with all the reds for this guy, so I'm pretty excited to finally get started on the oranges. See it here? And also, I'm excited because today, I'm sure you might have seen it on my Instagram, but I wanted to show it to you guys live just so you could get a good look. But I have the Princess of Flies. Look at this bad girl. Yeah, I got her printed by the same people who sent me the previous miniatures, missingproductions.net. And I think they did a really good job. It's the STL I got for this model. It was created by Soul Flamer, which you can also find on Instagram, I believe. All the crazy detail on this model. She's gonna be my demon prince for Nurgle forces. I already have pretty much the makings of an entire Nurgle kill team, which just having her in the background, sending them to fight, would be really cool. But yeah, today we're actually gonna get started on the oranges, like I mentioned earlier, and we'll be painting with Jokaero Orange. However, I feel like this orange is a little too dull, so I'm gonna do it very, very sparingly. So I'm gonna have it very watery when painting it. But before I get started, I wanted to make sure that at least everybody who's gonna be here is gonna be here because I do have a video from Warhammer that they posted, I think, shortly after I did my stream or made during my stream. So I figured, since we talked about React content last week, maybe we can actually do some React content today. Nice. So did you edit the video yourself with the music of Dawn of War 1? Or was it a video you found online, or what? Ah, gotcha. Nice. Okay, so I'll leave it to you then, since so far no one else has chimed in. Do you want to get started with the React video right now, or do you want to get started on painting the avatar of the Omnissiah? Okay, you're the boss. Alright, let's get started then. Like I said, we'll be painting with Jokaero Orange. Shake up the paint. And we'll be using the size 1 grabby like we've been using for most of this model. Mostly because we have all these tiny, little, I guess, be a small detail. So trying to go with a thicker brush is definitely a no-no. Alright, here we go. think we can already see the difference. Now you're reminding me of that meme of Will Smith. Oh, that's hot. Oh, that's hot. Yeah, it seems like it's Will Smith at some kind of pier or maybe the Empire State Building or something, but one of those places that has what's it called? One of those like looking not tubes, but they look like binoculars, but they're kind of static and you have to pay to use them. I was trying to look through those. A lot of people use it as sort of a joke video. So how far along are you on Helldivers? Yeah, I've heard that it sometimes gets really ridiculous with those harder levels where it just throws so much at you that it's near impossible to finish. Are you liking the game? Like, how does it compare, you think, to maybe like Darktide or Vermintide? Which one do you enjoy more, if you can even compare them that way? Ah, okay, gotcha. Do you have like a favorite loadout? And here, let me see what you wrote here about the. So is it like randomized maps or something like that, or what? Okay, yeah, because that game has like orbital bombardment and whatnot, right? Ah, okay, gotcha. So how long do you think you'll be playing the game? Like, are you the type that can play that kind of game forever, or do you think that that'll run its course for you? Okay, hard to say. It's a live service style game, so there are regular updates and additions, but they are doing things much better than normal live service. So it's staying pretty fun. Oh, glad to hear that. Yeah, I don't play a lot of live service games. Mostly because I like my games to have like a beginning, middle, and end. So I get a little sort of bored after a while, no matter how good the game is. Like if it's too repetitive, then I'm like, okay, I'm kind of done by now. I want to play something else. Ah, okay, glad to know it's not just me then. Anna, what do you think so far? Is it looking hot or is it just looking orange? Oh, okay, good. Getting a little paranoid now. Hi, Edward. How you doing? And glad you think so. Really trying to lay it on thinly. Oh, nice. What kind of plans do you have? Oh, okay. Well, that's a shame. I obviously know that you think your skills aren't quite up to it. What kind of food are you trying to plant? Oh, I think Eddard left us. You there, Eddard? Oh, okay. Which boss? I'm really aiming for anything I can get to grow, but herbs, tomatoes, and peppers have been what I've been trying for. Okay, well, hopefully you get to plant something soon. I'm rooting for you. Then once you get those plants growing, definitely send pictures. Crucible Knights. Okay. Is that part of the new DLC, or is that some of the, I guess, DLC? Well, not DLC, but I guess random dungeon type of thing that like they've had in other Souls-like games? Ah, gotcha. I thought it was out already. Sure. Not counting. Don't worry, I won't hold it against you, Viza. Oh, but Edward, at 8 o'clock, we're gonna go ahead and put on, because I know we talked about last week about possibly reacting to other content. I saw that Warhammer actually put out a video of new miniatures, so we're gonna be reacting to that at 8 o'clock. So in about half an hour. Yeah, it should be fun. I'm not sure what it is yet. I got an inkling, but if you've heard nothing, I don't want to spoil any possible surprises. Oh, Edward, I don't know if you saw, but on Instagram, you star in the latest short that I posted up. It was regarding your question about the colorful units. Yeah, so you're on there. At least your question is. You ever look into the Harlequins, by the way? Any thoughts? Did you get interested in them, or weren't really your thing, or? Okay, I mean, I can tell you a little bit about that if you don't mind. Uh, Pretty much, as far as the Eldar are concerned, or the Space Elves, they were split into 3 different factions when Slanesh, the goddess of lust and pain and all that kind of stuff, and excess, when she was born, they all split into 3 different factions, because technically, just like in the fantasy lore, they're the ones who brought her into being. So one faction, which is the base faction, just the ones that are called the Eldar, they decided to try to avoid getting their souls sucked up by Slanesh. So they save their souls in these gems. So they kind of reincarnate that way all the time. So that's how they maintain their longevity. And the Dark Eldar, or the Dark Elves, or Drukari, they got different names. You get the Eldar and Drukari. They've realized that one way to stave off being killed by Slanesh is by continuing to cause pain. So they go around just doing that for, in order to stay alive and not get their soul sucked out. Yeah, I guess you could say that. Yeah, so they're not necessarily liches, so they still look normal. It's just that's how they use, I guess, what's the term for liches? Phylactery. Yeah. But it's like a gem. So they store their souls in a gem, in order for it not to get sucked up. Because if one of their gems breaks, say, during battle, somebody shoots their gem and it breaks and they die, then their soul gets sucked up by Slanesh. Yeah, so that's the Dark Eldar. Yeah, this regular Eldar. And then where the Harlequins come in is that there was a faction of the elder gods. Well, at least of the elder who followed one of the elder gods, the Gorach, the laughing god. And because they followed him, they never got involved in any of the craziness that was, the deal with Slanesh. So Slanesh never had hold over that. So they've maintained, sort of the ability to not have to worry about that because their soul belongs to Gorach. But obviously, him being a laughing god, he likes to play tricks and think Loki, but elf Loki. Yeah, I'm not too clear on that, Visa. I wish I knew. Yeah, it might be that their gems get placed in some kind of, holy place or power their stuff or whatever, so they don't get pulled in. I'm not too familiar with Eldar lore, but I know of Eldar who supposedly get reincarnated into other bodies. So it is a thing. It's like some of the bigger, higher level characters, like the leader types, they'll store their gems in their armor, and if somebody else puts on the armor, then they become them or something. I can't remember exactly how it works. Yeah, might as well be Loki be an elf. I mean, most of that comes from Norse mythology anyway, so I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, the craft worlds and they'll power the craft worlds, but it's not always just craft worlds. Like I mentioned, some leaders have reincarnated, at least as far as the Eldar, because obviously the Dark Eldar do cloning. They actually do clone themselves. But yeah, Elder lore is crazy. And that's not even getting into like the Death God, who people are trying to revive and everything with Ivrain. That's a whole different what do they call it? Kettle of fish. Hey Liza, I know you watch Warhammer, or I guess channels, where they discuss lore and whatnot. Have you ever seen this one channel called Numbskulls? I don't know if I mentioned them before. Okay, well, Numbskulls is this like little channel. It just opened up recently. It's this couple, so it's a boyfriend and a girlfriend, who the boyfriend is knowledgeable on Warhammer and the girlfriend isn't. So he goes telling her pretty much everything to do with the lore. So that's the entire concept. It's like a boyfriend telling his girlfriend about the lore of Warhammer. And the videos are so cute. I love watching them. They're such an adorable couple. Oh yeah, they're great. It's called Numb Skulls. No, like numb, like I'm numb, comfortably numb. And Skulls with a Z, I believe, at the end. Oh, it is. And like I said, they have such a cute dynamic together that I just love watching their reactions to each other's reactions. So it's like he's telling her and she reacts really interestingly and cute and whatnot, and then he reacts to her reactions of it. So it's adorable. It's absolutely adorable. Oh, no, no, you mean Pink Floyd? Oh, hard to come comfortably now. Oh, from what I gather, the girlfriend actually is a voice actress. So I'm not sure if she does voice work for Fantasy 15, I mean, sorry, 14 or not. But I know she does voice work. And she is a big fan, at least she talks a lot about 14. So it's possible one or the other, or both in some way. Yeah, I love that album, especially that song. Hello, hello, hello. Is there anybody in there? Just not if you can hear me. Is there anyone home? I don't think I've listened to the entire album the whole way through. I've definitely listened to the tracks, but not the whole way through. I might have to actually do that someday. Viza, you were kind of halted by the I guess auto mod there for a little bit. It thought you had said something dirty. Alright, let me see here. It always blew me away how so many of those songs rap into each other, even if they weren't recorded that way. The Wall, for example, all three parts fit together, but were not recorded that way. Yeah, it's called musical genius. Yeah, I'll definitely do that. There's plenty of times where I'm like just listening to music, so I should just do that at some point. Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna try to finish this wing, and then we'll watch the video. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, I always gotta keep an eye on that thing. Yeah, but I can't get too focused on my painting because then I lose track of the timer on the camera. The camera will only hold a picture for 30 minutes max, and then it'll, clock out. Okay, let's see. There's some parts here. I still have a lot of red showing. Just try to see them. Let's clean it up a little bit, but we're pretty much done with this side of the wing. At least the front end, because here we got before and after. Let me zoom out a bit. But yeah, here we're starting to see it come together. I really like how it looks here in this area. Thank you, Edward. I really hope so. But yeah, without further ado, we'll hold off on this for now. Let's go ahead and bring that video up so we can react to it. Let's pause the music for a bit. Okay, the name of this video is Enter the Wintermaw. I'm gonna go ahead and hit play.
Welcome to This Week in Warhammer.
Let me know if it's too low.
And it's time to take a look at what's happening in your favourite hobby over the next 7 days. Delve into the rime-worm-riddled caverns of the Wintermaw with this brand new Underworlds box set, including 2 new warbands looking to wage war under the icy realms of Gur, as well as
Alright, I'll go ahead and raise the volume a bit.
including 2 new warbands looking to wage war under the icy realms of Gur, as well as everything you'll need to play the game. New boards and rivals decks, dice, tokens, and a rulebook too.
Yeah, I think it's one of those fantasy standalone games. Warhammer actually does that a lot. You can have like a fantasy miniatures but you can play them not just with the tabletop as in the base game, but also as their own sort of small little game, kind of like a board game within a larger game. If that makes any sense.
Add the Outland Beastmaster with giant rats.
Ooh, look at that guy. He is cool. And is that a frickin' Skaven in 40k? Doesn't that look like a Skaven to you guys? He looks like the Kurgan from Highlander. Am I the only one seeing this, or? Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe this is the beginning of seeing Skaven on 40k. I know that there's already like there's a third-party miniature maker who makes Skaven already for 40k. I saw them make this sort of what do they call it? Radicus. So instead of Mechanicus, it's Radicus. So it's like Mechanicus Skaven. It actually looks really cool. Really liking a double-barreled shotgun on him. I'm gonna hit play. Maybe terrifying, but it makes sense with the Skaven. What with them being so technologically inclined, even in like base game. So it makes sense. Yeah, that's why they're the main enemies in Vermintide.
To your gang roster and launch murderous vermin strikes at your opponents from the shadows. And when one giant rat just isn't enough, you can swarm rival gangers with an extra pack of wasteland giant rats
Yeah,
too.
that's more
Go
rats.
from vermin to venom with the Ash Wastes Nomads Chieftain with Venom Cast.
Ooh, look. it. Yeah, he looks cool. That's for the nomads, right? The ones from Necromunda. I always figured that those nomad guys from Necromunda might make great proxy models for Dark Mechanicum. Oh yeah, it looks like a bug on its face, right? Like those pincers, like a bug has, you know, kind of like a ant or whatever. Oh yeah, that's crazy. Nukes already. Yeah, they seem like a very fun unit to play as in fantasy. So when they're bringing back, oh wait, now they're already part of Age of Sigmar. So I wanted to put I guess rules for Old Hammer onto this Skaven. But yeah, this guy is also giving me kind of what do they call those? The guys from Star Wars who always yelling. They're not just called sad people. It was oh, why am I drawing a blank? Anyway, yeah, those sand guys from Star Wars.
This terrifying wasteland warrior can lead your Ash Waste Nomads into battle, clad in an ash cloak and sky mantle. The relentless Riven Hound Endred Har arrives for Warhammer the Horus Heresy to lead a star.
This guy has been all the rage lately. I've seen pictures of him already, and he looks really cool. It's like all the battle damage on him and everything. A lot of people want to convert him. I've seen like a lot of conversion photoshops of him, and they all look really cool.
Party's warbands of black shields, plus there.
Yeah, I keep hearing that word used a lot. Gravis. I keep hearing Gravis for him. So maybe you're right. It might be Gravis armor.
There are new Legiones Astartes transfer sheets for both vehicles and infantry. On the epic scale battlefields of Legions Imperialis, Direwolf have.
Alright, there we go. Some Titan stuff. Oh, is it? God, I wasn't aware. I knew, what was it, the Phobos armor? But I didn't know Gravis. I heard the term, but I didn't know if it was correlated to anything in particular. Yeah, they definitely look cool. I'm wondering if this is like for regular 40k or if this is for those Legion Imperialis. Oh, really? Huh. Don't know how to feel about that.
Heavy Scout Titans prepare to deploy for the first time in plastic alongside the
Ah, okay, so they must be very tiny then. Probably about the same size as a regular mini.
standalone release of the Warhound Titans with Ursus Claws and Melter Lancers. But that's not all. There's also the epic scale Land Raider Proteus Explorator Squadron and drop pods for Legiones Astartes, as well as Medusa and Basilisk batteries and squadrons of the iconic Arvis Lighter for the Solar Auxilia.
Oh, they even have dropships. Nice.
On Warhammer Plus this week, Simon and Nick tear open the upcoming Kill Team. On Warhammer Plus this week, Simon and Nick tear open the upcoming.
Keep missing that guy. I want to see that guy that they're presenting. There he is. Yeah, that's a Night Lord. Looks like a champion of some kind. No, yes, Night Lord. Yeah, look at the wings. No, he's got it's not even a dragon helm, it's a bat winged helm. The Night Lords are all about bats. Yeah, they're a Chaos faction. Chaos Space Marines. Though some could say that they play well as sort of a renegade faction. Yeah, it seems like you're having a hard time there, Eliza. It's okay, we'll get through this.
Upcoming Kill Team.
I'm also really liking the new Eldar unit, these guys right here. I feel like I've been wanting to make sort of a chaos aligned dark elf unit for Warcry, and I feel like I might use these guys. I believe they're Dark Eldar, but I'm not 100% sure on that.
Team Nightmare box set for a truly terrifying battle report, which sees the murderous Night Lords take on the sinister Mandrakes. Ed breaks down paints from the Citadel colour paint range over on Masterclass, with insights into how to use each type of paint, the impact of different mediums.
Yeah, I think that's their name, the Mandrakes. So I'm guessing you know the unit already?
And how to check we always have the correct consistency. And over on Lore Masters, Alex explores the Order of Azir, the terrible threat of King's Blood, and how Callus and Toll have been safeguarding Sigmar's domain. Head over to our YouTube channel this week as Ollie talks to us about his Golden Demon Youngbloods trophy win back in 2000.
That's awesome. Is that a is that an orcified dreadnought? Well, maybe I mean, they fix up the rules for them. Well, this is definitely awesome. Very orky.
2017, just in time for this year's Golden Demon Awards happening over at Adepticon. Ollie rekindles his love of greenskins.
Look at that. That's a goblin right inside that, I forget what they're called, but they're probably must well be, oh, the Iron Man. Aren't they Iron Man or something? Yeah, the orcs are very slapdash. It's like, hey, just stick it on there. It reminds me of, I don't know if you ever guys ever played the game, Daka Squadron. Yeah, I think you can play that model in 40K as well. I don't think it's just 30K. But it definitely is Mechanicus. But yeah, like I was gonna say earlier, there's this game called Daka Squadron, which is all like a flight simulator with orcs. Very fun game. But you can actually get a orcified Necron spaceship, which is a lot of fun to fly. It was actually my favorite ship in the game.
By attempting an Orky conversion to go alongside that redempted dreadnought he converted over 5 years ago. Whatever Warhammer hobby you're up to this week, head to the Sunday preview article over on Warhammer Community to find out more about all of the upcoming releases. Make sure to keep up to date with all the latest news by following us on the Warhammer Community website, as well as Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, X and Twitch. That's all for this week. We'll see you next time.
All right. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Definitely some cool stuff. I especially like the orc stuff. I think that was probably the highlight for me in the trailer. Like, I love seeing orcified anything. Just so much fun. All right, let's go ahead and put the music back on. Let's bring the phone camera back on. Hi, Fridillo. Oh, don't worry about it, you know. You gotta, handle your stuff. Now, I'm not too worried. I just hope you're doing okay. Here, let me read out what you said exactly. Hey, Rosario, no, I have not forgotten about you. My connection is still ass, so I can barely stick around since I am lagging beyond comprehension. Stuck around your stream last week for 20 minutes and I couldn't make it work. It still isn't better, but I do wish you a great stream and hope you're doing well. By the way, I can't hear you because everything is frozen again. Oh, sorry to hear that. Here, let me write it down. Sorry to hear that. But don't worry, you take care. I just hope you're doing okay. Just But yeah, everybody, just keep Philly Joy in your hearts and prayers. And hopefully everything's going okay with him. Hopefully his training goes well. Yeah, I really want to check out that conversion stuff that they did for the orcs. And it was kind of crazy seeing the Kurgan in Necromunda. He might be a cool model to kit bash. Maybe use him as sort of a chaos cultist leader or something. That might be pretty cool. Anyway, back to painting. Yeah, he does, doesn't he? They actually already have what would be a cultist warband for Kill Team, but I haven't started painting them or putting them together yet. Actually, I have two. I have the old school ones, and I have the newer ones. Yeah, I just hadn't pulled the trigger on painting them or assembling them because one, for the old school ones, I couldn't think of a good color scheme for them. And for the newer ones, I'm still trying to get my Zinch Chaos Space Marines in order before I put them together because I want them to go as a unit. Actually, I don't want them to be necessarily a Thousand Suns unit. I want them to be their own, like, warband of Chaos Space Marines. Because I feel like there should be other warbands that follow the four Chaos Gods, so they don't necessarily always have to be Thousand Suns, or don't always have to be Death Guard, or don't always have to be Word Bearers. I mean, sorry, World Eaters. So yeah, I want to make this sort of Zinch-based Chaos-based Space Marine team with mutations and everything. However, I haven't been able to quite pull this off yet. So far, my idea for it is I want them to have like extra arms, kind of like what's it called? The blue horrors and the pink horrors. And I want the leader of this war band, or should I say kill team, to be a kit-bashed curseling from Age of Sigmar. He looks really cool, and I want to put him in 40k. Oh, Eddard, sorry, I missed your question there. When talking about conversions, it's pretty much taking, like, say this miniature that I have in my hand, and let's say I don't like its head, so I want to replace its head with something else. So I would cut the head off, and I would find a head from another model, and I would plop it on top. And then same thing with the sword. If I don't like the sword, okay, I don't like this sword, let me go with another sword. I chop the sword off to make sure that the hand is still intact, and then replace the sword with something else. That's called conversion or kit bashing. But yeah, Visa, my idea is pretty much take the concept that is the curseling and make a kill team based on him. So I have the model, the original resin one, which I think looks so much cooler than the newer one, which they made for plastic. So I was able to get a hold of it before they were all gone. But I haven't felt comfortable pulling the trigger on putting him together and kit bashing him until I feel a little bit more dexterous with my kit bashing ability. Not sure if I showed you the model I'm talking about. Let me see if I can pull it up. Oh, and Eddard, this guy I'm talking about, he is available in Total War. He's Village the Curseling. But yeah, this guy. Hey, no problem, Eddard. And yeah, they're called conversions or kit bashes. Pretty much, yeah, those guys, you can still use them officially. I race in official tournaments. Depending on who, like on a tabletop, and it'll depend on what rules you want to use them for. They're considered, I guess, kit bashes are kind of considered proxy models, so you can officially use them in official tournaments. And yeah, that is a sword he's got on his right hand, and on his what would be his left arm is another creature, which supposedly it's his brother. So I think technically Village is the guy whispering here. and then the other one is his brother. Because the one who's in control is actually the one whispering. So they were twins, but one was frailer than the other one, I think, or pretty much they were brothers, and they got somehow fused. I'm not too sure on the story. It's a Warhammer fantasy story, so I'm sure you can look it up. And yeah, they became this sort of one single entity. So yeah, he's got a sword in his right arm, and then on his left arm, or what would be his left arm, it's his brother with a staff and a flail. Yeah, pretty much something like that. But yeah, advise my idea for a village the Curseling is to pretty much give him sort of Space Marine bottom half, or I said Chaos Space Marine bottom half, and make sure that he's got, replace one of the two weapons, I'm not sure which one yet, the flail or the sword, with a plasma pistol, and sort of make him the command unit for a kill team. And I want to make guys that kind of look like him to be part of my, at least the rest of his entourage, because for a Space Marine kill team, or a Chaos Space Marine kill team, you get either 3 with cultists, so I think it's about 10 cultists, and or a total of 6 Chaos Space Marines. So I want to do the 3 Chaos Space Marines with the cultists. Yeah, I know, and I've had this idea for it feels like a year or so, and I haven't been able to quite pull it off. I bought a bunch of models for it, but I keep kind of screwing up the kit bash process in some way, so they don't come out quite right. So I haven't quite pulled the trigger on that just yet. My next attempt is gonna be to take the Thousand Sun Sorcerers and then possibly try to make them into what I'm thinking. Obviously using like different heads or whatever. But for that idea, I would definitely have to save up some money. Yeah, I'm full of ideas. I got so many ideas for kill teams or models. I mean, you just saw earlier today the demon prints for Nurgle that I have there for my Nurgle kill team that I want to make. And I got so many others besides that. I still got to finish up my Caradron Overlords. So there's so much to be done. Oh yeah, what you try to get, Bash? Yeah, exactly. And money. Don't forget money. I can't remember exactly. I know it was Chaos parts, but also some of the Dark Angels, I think, bits. And they had put out these wicked axes for Chaos Tech Breeze at the time. I think, oh yeah, the Chaos Tech Breeze axes are awesome. I know that they have the Tech Marine with a Tech Axe. I think that's what they call it. And it just looks so cool. I definitely want to make a Tech Marine at some point. Or wouldn't they call it the Warsmith? Yeah, Warsmith for Chaos. I would love to get my hands on him too. Hi, Mago! How's it going? Long time no see, how you been? Oh, and check it out. Yeah, come see it for yourself. This is how it's going. Right now we're working on the orange. And that's great that you had a good time with old friends. What'd you guys do? And how's things with the band going? Oh yeah, I saw that you were playing D&D earlier today. How'd that go? My day was so far been pretty good. I hit the forge earlier today to do my weekly, rituals, and then I hung out with some friends afterwards. We had some lunch, and then pretty much prepared for the stream. Something you missed out on earlier was one of the things that I got printed out, and I'll show it again. Got this bad boy printed out. Edit, I don't know if you saw this one too. Yeah, I know. I'm pretty excited to get started on this one. That's what I was talking about earlier when I said I had a Nurgle Death Guard kill team in mind. This is gonna be in charge of that kill team. I call her Irma, the Princess of Flies. She's even got these little flies right here. Yeah, pretty excited about that one. Still trying to come up with a good color scheme for her, though. Yeah, you always gotta mix in a little bit of sexy with the scary. But yeah, Mago, how did the D&D game go? Thanks, Mago. This has been the plan all along. I've been slowly building up more and more brighter colors on it, just to give it a more molten metal look. And finally we started getting to the oranges. Then we'll have yellows and whites later on. Oh, nice. You start at level 1, or are you starting at a higher level? Ah, okay. So, have you picked up your subclass yet, or not yet? I feel like that's later. Yeah, you could always use some more HP. Ah, okay, cool. You have a subclass in mind? Yeah. Yeah, most of the D&D campaigns I've taken a part in, I usually start at about level 3 or 5. Just so we can have those subclasses already in place. Yeah, tell us more about your character. Half-elf, rogue. Got a name? Does he have wants, desires? Any interesting personalities? Sounds pretty cool. Yeah, this is from Darktide. I'm going to think so, Mago. Yeah, I added a lot of new songs to the playlist. It's still going. I'm currently doing the angles for the head. Right now working on the hair, which is probably gonna be the hardest part. Seeing as that's all these moving parts, you want the hair to look natural when it turns its head. So it's probably gonna take me the longest amount of time. But I at least have all the angles for the head itself. And the eyes and the eyebrows and the mouth and the nose. So right now it's all about the hair. Oh, it is. But it's a fun challenge. Like, I feel like at this point, I wouldn't want somebody to make it for me. I like the idea of making it myself from scratch. And just wish I had more time to work on it. Man, I love how this is fading out. See that? Thanks, Edward. Almost out of time. The day definitely flew by today. Let's see if I can knock out that other side of the front. Because I got the back. Let's see if I can get the front. Thank you, Mago. Oh, I love this one. This Beetle Guys by Sasha Ende. I love the organ on this one. It's so good. My model keeps freaking out because I think it's a little too dark in my room. Alright guys, I think this is it for today. Let's go ahead and zoom out. Yeah, so this is what we got so far. Pretty excited. I'm liking how the fade is coming in. I'll definitely be working a little bit more throughout the week. Thank you, thank you. Thanks a lot, everybody. And again, just so you're aware, this is the Guardian of All Metals made by Mini Monster Mayhem, and it was given to me by MissingLinkProductions.net. So that's where you can find this guy if you're ever interested in getting him. And yeah, just to do a little bit of cleanup, just be aware that all the music here is provided to you by filmmusic.io. Except for, of course, for the music by Mechanicus, which is made by Guillaume David, and the music of Darktide, which is made by Jesper Kyd. And of course, the chords Lament and Hope by Adam Bell. And yeah, I think it's gonna be it for today, guys. Just again, be aware that if you like what I do and you like to support, please consider supporting me on Ko-Fi at Rosario Rivas Art. And if you missed out on today, like for instance Mago, you missed out on most of the stream today, you can definitely find the VODs. You can watch the most recent one here, but all the older ones are going to be over on my YouTube channel, which is Rosario Rivas Art. But yeah, guys, I think that's it for me today. I have to go. But again, thank you very much for coming. It's always a pleasure. And I hope you guys have a wonderful week. So you guys take care of yourself, alright? Alright, well, this has been Rosario Rivas, and I'm signing out from the Grim Dark feature. You guys take care and have a good week. Bye-bye!